Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. Love is a state of temporary insanity. The mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be kindled. The goal of all life is death. Being entirely honest with oneself is a good exercise. Wherever I go, I find a poet has been there before me. Words have a magical power. They can bring either the greatest happiness or deepest despair. Neurotics complain of their illness, but they make the most of it. And when it comes to taking it away from them, they will defend it like a lioness her young. The more perfect a person is on the outside, the more demons they have on the inside. Dreams are the royal road to the unconscious. The ego is not master in its own house. Where ID is, there shall ego be. Neurosis is the inability to tolerate ambiguity. The interpretation of dreams is the royal road to a knowledge of the unconscious activities of the mind. One day, in retrospect, the years of struggle will strike you as the most beautiful. Time spent with cats is never wasted. Out of your vulnerabilities will come your strength. The voice of the intellect is a soft one, but it does not rest until it has gained a hearing. A woman should not expect emotional security from a man. The only thing that brings us out of the pleasure principle is pain. The mind is like an iceberg. It floats with 1/7 of its bulk above water. It is impossible to escape the impression that people commonly use false standards of measurement. A fear of weapons is a sign of retarded sexual and emotional maturity. Everywhere I go, I find a poet has been there before me. The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven. The act of birth is the first experience of anxiety, and thus the source and prototype of the effect of anxiety. The first human who hurled an insult instead of a stone was the founder of civilization. One is very crazy when in love. The dream is the liberation of the spirit from the pressure of external nature, a detachment of the soul from the fetters of matter. Love and work, work and love, that's all there is. The ego is not master in its own house. The psychical, whatever its nature may be, is unconscious. The interpretation of dreams is the royal road to a knowledge of the unconscious activities of the mind. In the depths of my heart, I can't help being convinced that my dear fellow men, with a few exceptions, are worthless. A man should not strive to eliminate his complexes, but to get into accord with them. They are legitimately what directs his conduct in the world. When you have eliminated the impossible Whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth.